Welcome to Paracord Pals and Heroes. These are some of the supplies that I'll be using for Space Ghost! Hello everybody, this is Courtney Holmes. Welcome to Paracord Pals and Heroes. I'm sitting here doing me a intergalactic cop. Space Ghost, everybody. This is somebody who was running the show when I was a kid, back in my day, and he was hot stuff. Came along later on, had a late night show that he ran and was the host of. Everybody could possibly remember that one. Well, we're going to make a paracord bracelet after him. I've got this set up, a white core, a black core, additional core colors in the middle of black and white, 550, ungutted, and it's a double wide Solomon. Should be simple to get this part started. And I'll meet you guys at the bottom and we'll discuss how we're going to do his face and anything else that has to deal with Space Ghost. Man, I really used to love that. You know, that was the kick sound to let you know, hey, the show started. And you would jump out of the bed or leave your breakfast or something like that, run to the TV. And you know, back in them days, everybody only had one. One TV. And thank God ours was colored. Yeah, and that's the way that went. So I'll meet you guys at the bottom and I'll be back in a moment. Thank you. Nice fine scissors. Take your piece of yellow, cut it down. You want to start this straight across, you know, flat edge here. And you're gonna just do some little half ovals. Now if you like, you could do the fold technique, you know, fold that in half and do it. Or you can do them individual and just make sure that they're shaped out, you know. They're almost like a little cat eye. You can see that. Almost like a little cat eye. And of course you need a couple of them. Real fine scissors. Watch your finger. Alright, there's a little bit, one that's a little bit more better. A little look right there. Okay? And that's what you're doing with your yellow. And the outline shape of Space Ghost is basically the emblem is the shape of your thumb. So if you can see that, the shape of your thumb. So you're gonna do that. Show you better. Let's go back to the yellow. Alright. Shape of your thumb. Watch yourself. And it's going to be on a base. The base that the Space Ghost is going to be on is going to be red, of course. He's going to be on the red, and that's all that is. Put him there, or let me show you this way. Put him there on the red background, which is a V, right? Or you can come this way with it, an upside down V. Space Ghost has got an emblem of the same ways. Put your little eye drops in. On his black background. Right? Cutting that out. And it's real easy to get one. Just make yourself one. I'll look it up online, the pictures and all. I decided I'd make one. So I didn't want to come this way. I just wanted to come this way. So you cut that out. And you make yourself one like this. Now I'm going to, of course, glue this on, as well as just stick it on to my bracelet. And I've added metal mash in the back to help stabilize it and everything, and to give it, of course, a great deal more of longevity and the length of you wearing your bracelet. That would be a good idea. But there he is. So I'll be back in a minute, and we'll put the finishing touches on him, put him all together and everything, and see you in a second or two. Alright, jumping back in here. You guys have seen a piece of film showing me making the emblem and everything. That was pretty cool. did my touch-ups on this. Nip, tuck, burnt in the back, so that no visuals on the front. Okay. The black part is, of course, his head and everything. And we're only going to simply put him in some eyes. Now this is a 15 double knot set. Of course, 8 is the middle, right? 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 6, 7, 8's on top. I'm gonna mark that with the mosquito stat, temporary. There, pull out our piece of ungutted white, because his eyes are going to be white, even though they are yellow on the emblem. But that's what the guy's got, so let him be with what he's got. And the eyes, we're going to go out of the back of the bracelet. You can use your fit, of course, to do this. See, he's coming out the back here. And let's see, let's make him some 2 not wide. So let's go up here. There's 2. So you can see here, 1, 2. Alright, we're gonna go over and come in here in the back between them. This way. Put that torque on it. And there we have him this way. Let's get rid of our excess cord. Alright, and taking his emblem here, here it is again, and I put some metal mash on the back, give it some solid rigidity. Peel this portion off that I left on there. And we're going to go like so. I'm going to further, of course, glue this down in the back here. Now we can do a couple of things here on here to enhance this more. We could perhaps put some red and gold here, stitching or some kind of thing we can make, and it would symbolize his power here. You know, he's hitting his little buttons and everything on both wrists, and he's got that pulse power. But Space Ghost is a very unique individual. He's a intergalactic cop or vigilante, more or less. So he gets out there, and if you're taking advantage of the weak and the people who just don't have what you have. You're creating injustices and things like that. If that's you, then you need to keep an eye out for Space Ghost. He is everywhere. And this is our take on him. Let me get that going here. Then, that's what we need to glue in there. Let everything set here. And he runs around. He's got 2 teenagers with him, Jace and Jan. He's got a monkey, Blip, who's extremely smart, plays tricks on everybody, and eats up too much. And they help each other out, and they solve the crimes and everything. They fight the space monsters that are out there. There's a hell of a lot of monsters out, I tell you. And they get out and about, and they're flying between the all the galaxies. They were a Hanna-Barbera product out in the 60s. This was my time when I got to watching Space Ghost every Saturday morning. That they did those things, and now the whole thing's owned by Warner Brothers. But he had a couple of things going out. Space Ghost Coast to Coast, where he had celebrities come on, and they would either do interviews or play some kind of crazy games, and he was pretty good at that. A lot of big people were actually on the show, you know, yeah, in their own rights. And that's what he did. Today's thing with the comics, he kind of switched over a little bit to something more modern. The guy's got a wife, family, kids, dog, houseboat, everything. I don't know. He's got everything going on. But you know me, I'm not going to tell you everything. Watch it when it comes up. Get the new comics. There's a series out there that was a short-lived one. May catch it on, I think, on Netflix. But he's out there and he's ready to come back in, and we'll all need some good police people out here, really good ones, and he's one of them. So I'm Courtney Holmes with Paracord Pals and Heroes. We decided we'd do us a Space Ghost. He is worthy of being a Paracord Pal. So it was fun doing him. I hope it was easy for you, something to get done and get you one. Add the specialty stuff on as you like on your own. Give me some comments. Let me know what you think. So enjoy yourself out there. I'll see you next time with the next one. Like and subscribe. Like, subscribe. Like, subscribe. Like and subscribe. Thank you. God bless. Have a good day. Space Ghost. If you've noticed, his eyes have been converted into my signature superhero mask that's bordered with a ungutted all the way around the rim. Similar to, well, exactly like the Spider-Man and Robin superheroes. This helps his eyes stand out more and really gives him more of the Space Ghost look. He's also got emblems here for his wristbands, his pulsars. Space Ghost, everybody. Space Ghost. Hello, everybody. It's Courtney Holmes. Thank you for joining us this afternoon for Paracord Pals and Heroes. I appreciate your support and everything. Come on back. This old vet got a lot more to give to you, and I appreciate everything you've done for me already. God bless. Y'all have a good day.